Hello everyone, we are from group 4. We want to explain you about muamalah. Before we explain it, allow us to introduce ourselves. I'll go first. My name is Aziz Bayhaki.
Name is Sarnata.
My name is Muhammad Zaid Mufasir.
My name is Abdullah.
What is muamalah and how about the principles of muamalah in Islam?
Okay, let me explain you about that. Muamalah is part of Islamic law which regulates the relationship between two or more parties, both between an individual and another person, as well as between legal entities such as companies, firms, foundations, the state, and so on. Initially, the scope of muamalah in fiqh included family issues such as marriage and divorce. However, after the disintegration in the Islamic world, especially in the Ottoman era, there was a development of fiqh development.
The scope of muamalah is narrowed so that problems related to family law do not fall into the muamalah definition. Family law and everything related to it is called al-ahwal al-shahsiyah or personal matters. It has been stated above that muamalah is a part of Islamic law which regulates the relationship between two or more parties in a transaction. From this understanding, there are two things that fall into the scope of muamalah. First, how the transaction is carried out. Second, what is the form of the transaction. Based on the above scope, muamalah principles are in the area of adabiyah, namely how the transaction is carried out.
These principles essentially require that each transaction procession does not harm one or both parties or only benefits one of the parties. Key principles, among others, are as follows. First, every transaction is basically binding on the parties conducting the transaction itself, unless the transaction violates the Sharia. This principle is in accordance with the meaning of the verse of Surah Al-Ma'idah ayat 1 and Surah Al-Isra ayat 34, which instructs believers to fulfill their contract or promise if they make an agreement in a transaction.
Second, the points of the agreement in the transaction were decided and implemented by both parties freely, but with full responsibility, as long as they did not contradict the Sharia regulation in good manner. Third, every transaction is carried out voluntarily, without coercion or intimidation from any party. Fourth, lawmaker Shari obliged that every transaction, planning and implementation is based on good intention, so that all form of fraud and diversion can be avoided.
That is enough from we. Thank you for your attention and forgive all our mistakes. See you in the next video.